Hey everyone, we're back at Texas School 2022, and I am standing next to Jen Rozenbaum, so thank you so much for joining us here in the booth. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I am Jen Rozenbaum. I'm from New York, and I am a boudoir photographer, or I like to call it AKA a photographer therapist.
I can completely see where you would fit into that role very well. So, this is your second year at Texas School. Tell us about your education here. Like, how are you leading people and helping people to understand the importance of what you do in boudoir as a whole for the industry?
Yeah, so we obviously address things like lighting and posing and communication and wardrobe and all the basic foundations of what boudoir is. But we also spend quite a bit of time talking about your why and your inspiration for doing this and how you want to make women feel and how you want to feel as the photographer doing it. Because boudoir is it's much more of a connected type of photography than something like weddings, for example, where you kind of stay in the background and try to be invisible and let everything happen and you capture it. Here, we're really trying to make a beautiful experience. And I believe that boudoir is an exchange of energy. So your energy is just as important as their energy, and the exchange of that energy needs to match. So we spend quite a bit of time talking about that. I always say, if you don't cry in my workshop, I failed.
And I would say in just that 1 minute explanation, that is why you're an amazing instructor right there. So do you mind sharing with everybody listening what your why is?
Yeah, sure. And thank you very much for the compliment. So, my why has changed a little bit over the last few years, but generally speaking, my why is that I think all women should celebrate their unique femininity shamelessly. And that sentence like rolls off the tongue and it sounds like nothing. It took me years to come up with that, mostly because in that sentence, what it says is that I have a safe space for women to show up as they are, who they are. They can just relax and be who they are, whoever they want to be. And there's no judgment. It's a no judgment zone. And we capture that, and we celebrate that. Women are so multifaceted. We don't like to put women in a box and say, okay, well, this woman is this way and this woman is that way. No, maybe we want to explore the different sides of the woman's personalities. Over the last few years, because of my own breast cancer journey, I've been working with a lot of breast cancer survivors. So there's a lot of why mixed in with that also. And that why is really, I don't have a pretty little sentence for it, but that why is really making something beautiful out of struggle for both them and myself. And again, the exchange of energy is so important in that work that I do.
That's amazing. So if people want to find you, Jen, for furthering their education, working with you one-on-one, where would they find you at?
The best place to find me is on Instagram at Jen Rozenbaum. I sort of use Instagram as my little daily journal and all of my thoughts and my feelings and my photography and behind the scenes and education is all on there. Whatever I'm feeling that day, that moment, I don't plan my social media. I just kind of do it as we go. Yeah, so it's a little diary of Jen, and everybody can check me out there.
Awesome. So do you have more education out on the road like this on the books right now, or is this it for the year?
I do have some other things that people can be in touch with me. I'll let them know. And I'm doing right now a series of what I call a day with Jen, a day of shooting with Jen, where I have 5 photographers come to my studio. I bring in some past clients, and we just spend the day shooting. So there is education to be had, but it's not a formal like sit down, learn posing, then go do it. We're just doing it on the fly. We're having fun. We're experimenting.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us here in the booth. We really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody watching for sticking with us here at Texas School. We're going to sign off for now, but we'll see you next year.
Hey everyone, thanks for checking out White House Custom Color on YouTube. Check out for the information below, and also don't forget to smash that subscribe button.